This is a U.S. Army Ford truck from World War II. This is a German Wehrmacht truck from World War II. Look closely. These trucks are nearly identical. The same Ford engineering, the same Ford Flathead V8 engine, the same Ford that powered American soldiers, also powered Hitler's Blitzkrieg. This is the story of Ford-Werke, the Ford factory in Germany that built trucks for the Nazis. And the uncomfortable question nobody wants to answer: did Ford knowingly help both sides of World War II? Ford builds a factory in Germany. Let's go back to 1925. Henry Ford was expanding globally. Ford opened factories worldwide to build cars locally and avoid import tariffs. Ford established Ford-Werke in Cologne, Germany. The Ford-Werke factory would build Ford vehicles for the European market. Ford-Werke was a subsidiary of Ford Motor Company in Dearborn, Michigan. Ford-Werke was American-owned, American-designed, but located on German soil. Throughout the 1930s, Ford-Werke grew into a major manufacturer. Ford-Werke built passenger cars and trucks for German customers. Ford-Werke employed thousands of German workers. Ford-Werke became an important part of Germany's automotive industry. Henry Ford himself visited Ford-Werke and received honors from the Nazi government in 1938. When World War II started in 1939, Ford-Werke faced a crisis. Germany and America weren't at war yet, but tensions were high. Ford-Werke was an American company operating in Nazi Germany. What would happen to Ford-Werke when war came? Would Ford-Werke be seized? Would Ford-Werke continue operations? The Nazis didn't shut down Ford-Werke. Instead, the Nazi government took operational control of Ford-Werke while maintaining the factory's corporate structure. Ford-Werke would continue building vehicles, but now Ford-Werke would build for the German military. Ford-Werke transitioned from civilian production to military truck manufacturing. Ford-Werke became a vital supplier for Hitler's war machine. The question that haunts Ford-Werke history: did Ford Motor Company in Dearborn know? Did Henry Ford and Ford executives understand that Ford-Werke was building trucks for Nazi Germany? The evidence suggests Ford and America lost operational control of Ford-Werke, but Ford corporate ownership remained. Ford-Werke profits were preserved. After the war, Ford claimed dividends from Ford-Werke operations. The relationship between Ford Dearborn and Ford-Werke remains controversial. The Ford V3000S, the truck that served two masters. The main vehicle Ford-Werke built for Nazi Germany was the Ford V3000S. The V3000S was a 3-ton truck designed for military logistics. The V3000S had a flatbed body for carrying troops, supplies, ammunition, and equipment. The V3000S was rugged, reliable, and perfectly suited for military service. The Ford V3000S became one of Germany's most important logistics vehicles during World War II. The engine in the Ford V3000S was the legendary Ford Flathead V8. This is the same engine design that powered American hot rods, American Ford trucks, and American civilian vehicles. The Ford Flathead V8 was proven, reliable, easy to maintain, and produced good power. The V3000S used a 3.6-liter version of the Flathead V8, making around 90 horsepower. Not massive power, but adequate for a military truck carrying heavy loads. The Ford V3000S shared design DNA with American Ford trucks. The V3000S chassis layout was similar to Ford trucks built in America. The V3000S suspension design followed Ford engineering principles. The V3000S drivetrain used Ford technology developed in Dearborn. The Ford V3000S was fundamentally an American truck, built in Germany for German military purposes. Production numbers for the Ford V3000S are staggering. Ford-Werke built nearly 30,000 V3000S trucks between 1941 and 1945. The V3000S served on the Eastern Front against the Soviet Union. The V3000S operated in North Africa during Rommel's campaigns. The V3000S transported troops during the invasion of France. The Ford V3000S was everywhere in the German logistics chain. The Ford V3000S competed directly against American Ford trucks on battlefields. American soldiers drove Ford trucks built in Detroit. German soldiers drove Ford V3000S trucks built in Cologne. The same company, the same engineering philosophy, fighting on opposite sides. The Ford V3000S represents one of World War II's most uncomfortable ironies. The details that reveal the truth. Look closely at the Ford V3000S and you'll see specific German military modifications. The most distinctive feature is the Notek blackout driving light. The Notek was a special hooded headlight system required on all German military vehicles. The Notek light allowed night driving while reducing visibility to enemy aircraft. The Ford V3000S had Notek lights mounted on the front, a clear identifier that the V3000S was a German military vehicle. American Ford trucks used standard headlights. The American Ford trucks had no Notek system because Allied forces used different blackout light designs. The headlight difference is the easiest way to distinguish a Ford-Werke V3000S from an American Ford military truck. The Notek lights on the V3000S proved the V3000S were designed specifically for German military requirements. The V3000S also had German military paint schemes. The V3000S wore Wehrmacht gray or camouflage patterns. The V3000S displayed German military markings, unit identifications, and sometimes swastikas. The V3000S looked German despite being fundamentally a Ford design. The Ford V3000S was a hybrid identity, American engineering wearing German military uniform. The maintenance manuals for the V3000S were in German. The V3000S parts were manufactured to metric specifications rather than American imperial measurements. The V3000S spare parts came from German suppliers, not American Ford parts bins. The V3000S was adapted to German industrial standards while maintaining Ford mechanical design. German soldiers praised the Ford V3000S reliability. Wehrmacht's mechanics found the V3000S easier to maintain than some indigenous German trucks. The Ford Flathead V8 in the V3000S was simple and robust. The V3000S could operate in extreme conditions, from Russian winters to North African heat. The V3000S proved Ford engineering quality regardless of which side the V3000S served. The uncomfortable truth. After World War II ended, Ford Motor Company reclaimed full control of Ford-Werke. Ford argued that Ford-Werke had been under Nazi control during the war. Ford claimed Ford in America lost operational control of Ford-Werke, but the financial records tell a more complicated story. Ford Motor Company received dividends from Ford-Werke operations during the war years through neutral countries. Ford corporate ownership of Ford-Werke never changed. Ford-Werke profits flowed back to American Ford shareholders. The legal separation between Ford Dearborn and Ford-Werke remains controversial. Henry Ford's own complicated history adds context. Ford was known for anti-Semitic views published in the Dearborn Independent newspaper. Ford received the Grand Cross of the German Eagle from Nazi Germany in 1938. Ford had business relationships with German industrialists. Ford's personal ideology aligned with some Nazi economic policies. This doesn't prove Ford deliberately aided Hitler, but Ford's sympathies were documented. Other American companies faced similar situations. General Motors owned Opel in Germany. IBM's German subsidiary provided technology to Nazi Germany. American corporate interests in Germany created moral compromises throughout World War II. Ford-Werke wasn't unique, but the Ford V3000S trucks were particularly visible because Ford trucks served both armies. The Ford V3000S represents capitalism's uncomfortable relationship with wartime allegiance. Corporations exist beyond national borders. Ford-Werke was legally German during the war, even if Ford-Werke was owned by Americans. The V3000S shows how corporate structures can serve opposing sides in the same conflict. The Ford Flathead V8 powered American freedom and German aggression equally well. The Ford-Werke story has no clean answers. The V3000S forces us to confront how capitalism and nationalism collide during war. The Ford that built the V3000S is the same Ford that equipped American forces, and that uncomfortable reality is part of World War II history that can't be ignored.